Hello there, it's me, Egil Thorsson, warrior, runecaster and of course storyteller. Remember walking, as I say, through Derbyshire many times. It's very refreshing, beautiful county, you really ought to go there. Again, reminds me of Switzerland, but here's a thing for you to ponder. Have you ever thought that some people can keep secrets and others can't? Now, we all know somebody, maybe it's yourselves, who can't keep a secret to save their life, whether it's I bought you this for Christmas or this film ends this way, blah de blah de blah. Either way, that can be annoying. Now, as I said, this is a story set in Switzerland, not too long ago actually, probably about 200 or 300 years ago, and it's all about being able to keep a secret. There was a man who worked at the ironworks, hot, dangerous work, as I'm sure you're all aware, sparks flying everywhere, really, really hot. No matter what you did, you were thirsty, you were hard graft, and it was very dangerous. And this man had enough. Can't remember his name, let's give him another name. We'll call him John. It's easy to remember, isn't it? By the way, sit back and have a good drink of something nice. John decided, I've had enough of this. I have heard of rumours of fairies in the caves up yonder. Now, I think I'll have a look. Now, the local superstition was this. At certain times of the year, a fairy would appear. Now, if she led a white sheep, that meant prosperous harvest, good food, all the year round. But if she dragged a black goat, then that meant misery and famine. John decided he was going to check this out. He didn't believe, he didn't disbelieve, but he wanted to find out. So, when the full moon was there, he made his way through the woods, up to the first slope. Then he climbed in the dark and he got to a cave. And when he got in the cave, there was this most beautiful woman he'd ever seen in his life. I mean, she was beautiful. Angelica, one might say. "Oh, John," she said, "I'm so glad you're here. Please, sit down." He sat down. She gave him the finest drink, and she gave him cream, there were venison, there was trout. All the fabulous foods that the land had to offer were his. She said, "Stay with me, John, stay with me, and I will give you 100 years of happiness." Oh, sounds all right, I thought. Beats the heck out of pouring hot metal. "But," she said, "there is one thing you must do." "Really, what's that?" he said, quite intrigued. "When I leave you, do not follow me, otherwise I shall be done with you." Okay, fair enough, thought John, that's not a problem. And he lay back on a moss bed, and there again he revelled in the finest wines, the greatest food. And she would sing such beautiful songs to him. Songs that stirred, I don't know, I suppose you could call it the earth song within him. He felt really good, it was. So he lay there, and then she disappeared into the next room. And he's been a bit spoiled. He felt, not good enough for you, eh? But it passed. She came back again. Same thing again. And this time she disappeared and she went into her special room. But she left the door slightly ajar. John, being John, was not going to be put off. He waited till she was asleep, peeped round the door, and there he saw her dress had fallen open and her feet showed. But she had no heels, like a goose. She awoke with a start. "Go! I told you what would happen if you dared do what I said you shouldn't do. Go, earn your own bread. May your own luck follow you. So he was thrown out. And he went back to the metalworking foundry. Where you been then, John? Oh, I lived with the fairies. Yeah, come on. Pull the other one. No, honest, I lived with fairies. 16 odd days. Do you know what? She's got no heels. Yeah, and I've got no head either. Yeah. He got mocked all day, and when he went to the pub at night, they still mocked him. And in the end, he had enough of it. He went and left the country. Nothing was ever heard of him ever again. And that is the story now. If you like, press #folktales and we will get back to you. Leave us a comment. It takes us a while. But before I go, let's have a few words about caves. Caves seem to be part and parcel of folktale mythology. So why is that? Well, if you live in the wild, you're close to the earth. When you go into a cave, for those of you who've been in a cave, I'm assuming most of you have, is the silence. But it's the silence of the earth. I said it in the story, the earth song. You hear dripping of water maybe. You are, in a sense, it's sensory deprivation because it's dark. Example is I went to Chislehurst in Kent and there are miles and miles of caves there and they switched the lights out and it's a shock. You literally cannot see your hand in front of your face. But again, you feel, how can I explain it? You feel alone and yet at one. And it's no coincidence that holy men used to use, some still do, because this sensory deprivation focuses your mind. So, those of you who are in England or visiting England, if you get the chance to go to Chislehurst Caves, I suggest you go. It's great. It's a great experience. So anyway, yep. And also I've just been reminded by Bragi off camera, stalactites and stalagmites. How do you know the difference? Well, stalactites, it's got T for top, and they're the ones that hang down from the top. Stalagmites come from the bottom. It takes about 1,000 years to do an inch. Gives you a rough idea of how old the earth is when you see these massive things. And it's limestone from the water seeping through, dripping down. We've got some great caves in Derbyshire, Castleton for one. Again, if you get the chance to visit it, there's Thor's Cave, that's another one.
Gaping Gill, Yorkshire.
Gaping Gill in Yorkshire, thanks Bragi.
Don't go there if you're not experienced.
Alright, apparently you've got to be experienced, but anyway, I think we've mentioned quite a bit, so sit back and I hope you enjoy these and the other folk tales we've got. Till we meet again. Bye now.